you think? Hanging out.
Looks like a good place to
All right,
put
we
this
are
little
in the doctor's office and we are waiting to meet our orthopedic. He just had x-rays to check his hips to see if they're still in alignment or not. And I'm just going to get a follow-up so far since he had his surgery in 2000 and, was it 18, I believe? Yeah, 2018 he had his surgery where they loosened some of the muscles in his groin and behind his knees to make them not turn in so much because they were tight. And that was a big surgery and a long recovery. But, well, it felt long. I don't know if it was long. But anyways, it's been really successful for him. And so we just do follow-ups once a year with the doctor. And today I want to ask him what he thinks about a baclofen pump, if he's seen how it affects the hips and the spine. I've heard some cases where it makes scoliosis really bad. Miles does not have scoliosis, so I don't want to cause any problems there. So we're just gonna ask, and maybe I will see if I can record without filming his face to see what his response was. We really love this doctor. He's super nice, super sweet, and he's very good at saying that we need to make our own decisions. Here's the information, and is slow to give. He'll give his opinion, but he says he gives the pros and cons on both sides. He doesn't like to sway anyone to make a decision either way. So we really like him. Anyways, okay. Wait. Miles is a happy guy today. Except I turned his music off, so now he's grinding his teeth. What are you trying to say? Is that how you got scratches on your wrist? Mommy's been wondering if it was your fingernails. Are you going to sleep? Hey, what are you doing? Tickle, 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 tickle. Mom. He was happy. Anyways, till I started rambling. Okay, so during Miles' appointment, I found out that after he had his x-rays, the doctor looked at it and he said the femoral heads are round, which is where his hips are, I'm not gonna get all the words right. The bone goes into the cup. He said the cups are not bad, and the one is only 1/3 uncovered on the one side, and the other one is less than 1/3 on the other side. So he said it looks really good. He congratulated me on taking good care of him, but I mean, that's what we do. And he said if we hadn't had his tendon lengthening surgery, when we did, it could have gotten worse. And he said we did it in good time. That was 2018. He had his tendon lengthening surgery. I think I said before it was muscles, but it was just tendons. So during the ortho appointment, I also asked him his opinion on the baclofen pump. I know he doesn't have anything to do with it, but in July we're gonna see a physiatrist, just like a physical medicine. I don't know if I said that right. I have a hard time remembering how to say that one, but to talk about getting a baclofen pump, because we had spoken to the neurologist about it, and he's on the higher end of the dosage that you're supposed to get for the oral baclofen. Baclofen loosens the muscles, the spasticity of the muscles. He's like really tight, so he's always like his muscles are turning out in his hands and his feet and stuff. So right now it's an oral one, and so it goes to his whole body, but you don't want to get too high through your whole body because then it like also weakens other muscles that you don't want weak, like your lungs and that kind of stuff. So the baclofen pump is placed in, because this is my knowledge so far, I haven't done a whole lot of research on it, but it's placed internally, and then it goes into the spine, and then that way where they put it in the spine determines how much goes to his legs and his arms, and you don't want to get too high or it will affect the breathing. So anyways, I had gone on Facebook and I just looked in groups and looked at baclofen pump, and a lot of people are saying it's great, and a lot of people are saying no, it like ruin my kid, and they have all the scoliosis issues and this and that. So I wanted to ask from an ortho standpoint if he had any opinion one way or another or information. And he said one of his colleagues had done a study on it a couple years ago on the relation of the baclofen pump and scoliosis. And they found that it's not true, that it doesn't make scoliosis happen or have it be worse. He said, I wrote down my notes here. Anyone who is not ambulating during the growing years are close to 100% going to get scoliosis to some extent, either mild to severe. So if they're not up walking around, it affects your spine. Miles does not really have any scoliosis right now, but he said it's probably a very high probability that he will get it. And it often comes on during a pre-adolescent growth spurt. But it might be called something different other than scoliosis, I guess. Not all of them need surgery. Studies were done on the pump and scoliosis, and it just happens to be that kids who need the pump are the ones who are getting scoliosis too. So, typically a kid like Miles with cerebral palsy, not walking or anything like that, are the ones who need the baclofen pump, and they're also the ones that happen to get scoliosis. So he said, and so I pushed him on that a little bit and asked about and any more information he could give me. And he said about 90% of his patients that he's done surgery on or this or that, 90% or more of his parents want to protect the pump at all costs if they already have one. So if there's surgery happening and they have to work around it, the parents really want the pump to stay in there because they like it and it's good. So that was helpful to me. Hey, bud. I'm doing a movie. Because they're so happy with it. And he also talked really highly of his coworkers too, that they were world-class surgeons who are very careful with what they do. So they do the pump well. And so he can't attest to like other surgeons who might do the pump poorly or I don't know, whatever. So I was also asking about, I guess I didn't quite understand, so Miles had a tendon release done to make it easier to change his briefs and whatnot because his legs were crossing and it was tight and stuff. And so I thought, which sometimes you need that surgery done again, and I thought maybe having the baclofen pump would prevent him from maybe needing that surgery in the future. But the baclofen only affects tight muscles, the spasticity. And so you can tell what spasticity versus a contracture, which is the tight tendons. Contractures, you would still be tight when you're sleeping. Spasticity, when you're awake, you're tight, but when you're asleep, you can still move their muscles easily. So it's not tight when they're asleep or under anesthesia or something like that. So Miles is pretty loosey-goosey when he's asleep. So we know that it's spasticity and not contracture. So I learned something new, which is great. He explained things very well to me. And it turns out he also said that he is retiring at the end of the year, which makes me so sad. I really like him. He's very sweet, very careful, very encouraging. He's a very encouraging doctor, saying we're doing a good job and whatnot, taking care of Miles, and that Miles is one of his best-looking patients that he has or has seen, which is amazing. I mean, we're just doing what we can with what we have and figuring things out. So anyways, he spoke highly of the people who are going to be replacing him, which I trust him that he would be telling me the truth. What?
Where's B?
I don't have him today. I'll be with you in a moment. So he will be missed, and if you're watching, doctor, you know who you are, and I do miss you. I will miss you. And I lost my train of thought. So I will keep you updated as we learn about baclofen pumps and So far I'm hearing good things about it. And we'll have to check in July with this new doctor and get some more information, do some more research. Dave's really good at researching things before we do them and medicines before we take them. So that is that. So thanks for watching. And you were made on purpose. God loves you so much. And if you're feeling like you're having a hard time, you know, we all get hard times. And you just need to check in with your perspective a little bit. And just talk to God. He takes the good, the bad, and the ugly. And no matter how you say it, he's still gonna love you no matter what. So, sorry, I'm tapping. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Share your smile with others.